There is another really important part of my timeline from the mining town in the mountains that I wanted to be able to hit on and speak about regarding some of the tactics that are done to set people up and, try to, slander and put defamation onto you. One of the things that happened, I know I had mentioned the fact that the con man and then the gang stalking crew that he works with, that they had consistently been sending their people in to my living spaces to attempt to date me. That is how they knew that they could get into my personal spaces, like my home and my bedroom, and places where they can insert listening devices and cameras to be able to video and take pictures of you, um, while you're not aware. And one of the ways that they would do this is, first of all, they would do this in a way when, like, let's say if I was just in my room by myself, obviously with my cats, this is a way for them to try to, keep up with you and your information and know what you're doing so that they can try to stay at least one, if not 10 steps ahead of you, right? So this is something to be aware of. And this is not meant to scare people, because it's not scary once you understand it. It's just being aware, then you know. And so one of the things that you would want to research is, if you are concerned that you might have, listening or video cameras and tracking devices. I'll get to that too. Tracking devices on your vehicles and, phones, things like that. But the reason that they do this is so that, like I had said previously, this is a way that they can try to track you and know what you're thinking, know what you're trying to do. Let's say, like in my situation, I started figuring it out. And when they weren't with me and I was in my room by myself, anytime I wasn't at work, I was always in a constant state of researching and studying to try to understand what, manipulators, psychopaths, narcissistic people, why they target empathic, highly sensitive people, understanding that about yourself. Because once you have that grasp, once again, then you will understand, what you possess that might make you a target for a narcissistic psychopath and gang stalking and con men scammers. So knowing that is one of the things that they will do and what they will do with it. On top of them taping you they could be, so if they're taping you and you don't know, you could be changing your clothes, getting in and out of the shower. So they're able to get information and get photos of you naked in your room by yourself without your consent. They are then using that type of information to post it on private YouTube channels or other types of, social media, underground, where they make money off of you. You don't know anything about this, but this is one of their reasons of why they do this. So there's multiple levels. Like, obviously they're getting information, they're making money. Now that's one part. And that's, where they they either have somebody befriend you, or if they can step it up a notch, they will have somebody try to date you. And obviously if you're dating somebody, that means that you could potentially be having sexual relations with your partner, which is a normal thing to do, right? If, according to, just standards of dating. And But if they are using the video cameras that they've implanted in your room and they're videotaping you having sex with who you think is your partner, but you don't know that this is being taped, here's another way that they can make money off of selling your sexual encounters with these people as porn to others without your knowledge whatsoever. And you're definitely not making any money off of it. Not that you would condone it if you knew it was happening in any type of way. But this is something that, in my situation, did occur. Not only did my original con man that I met back in 2017 into 2018 do this with me. And so that was one of the many ways he was making money off of me. But when I went to this small mining town, this was the second guy now, because the first one was the number one. He would have been guy number two that they sent into my life. And I'm thinking I'm in a safe town. Like I said, looking back on it, there were so many red flags, so that's besides the point right now. This is just about what I've learned from that experience. And that's what this is about, is I would love to take my knowledge that I learned and now ways that I am more aware to be able to give information to help others to become aware of the potential issues and areas that could be problematic for those of you who are dating somebody who seems a little sketchy, to say the least. So, yeah, I found out that, so in that mining town in the mountains, the last video, second to last video I posted regarding my timeline and that time period there and everything that I experienced, that was another thing that they added into this to just complicate it even more and freak me out even more. But I didn't find this out until later. And it was right when I figured it out and confronted the guy about it, because I started putting things together and my intuition kind of started talking to me in a way that I was kind of listening at that time. Not as much as I wish I could have been, but as much as I could at that time. And absolutely, once I confronted him, oh, you better bet he decided to get extremely angry at me and, oh, this relationship is done and and I'm the bad person because I made an accusation like this at him. And not an accusation. I had proof that this was occurring. And I had threatened the fact that I would turn him in. So this video is about making people aware that if you are having sexual relations with somebody who is a narcissistic, karmic psychopath, and you're concerned that they could be, just know this is a very, what would be the word? This is a tactic they use very frequently because it's easy money for them to, you think you're just having sex with your boyfriend. Nobody's watching, nobody's listening, or your partner, whoever. And little do you know, they're using you for that and making money without your knowledge on social media. So I would like people to be aware that this occurs. If there are further questions about this, because I could get so much further into details, and I've mentioned previously, I wrote in depth about all this as it was occurring back during that time period in my journaling, which will be another communication of information that will be sent, in one way or another, created for the public. Hold on one sec. Okay. Sorry about that. So it was something that I thought about today because I've been hearing a lot of information kind of come in my direction. And I meant to talk about it in that video. I just forgot. There's so much. And instead of me writing down everything I want to discuss, I'm really trying to hone in on what source wants me to speak about. But I really do feel that it's very important because there's so many different levels that they can use these sex tapes that you are not aware of, nor do you condone. So one of the things is if they are trying to, like, let's just say, get an inheritance. Let's say you have an inheritance that's owed to you. And they want to try to get this inheritance, this house, this or that. They could be pulling out these tapes that they made where you thought you were just having sex with your boyfriend and try to say that, you are illegally trying to, do something online, as far as, posting sex tapes, and it's not you. It's being done to you. With that said, on top of that, the other thing that they can do is try to say, oh, see, look at this person having sex with this person and that person. And, so for me, let's see here. There were, a couple different, my angels are with us. Thank you, angels. It's awesome. I am so excited that the angels have been, accompanying us in this YouTube outlet here, compartment. It just is another confirmation for everybody to let you know that you are safe and protected. And okay, so the other thing that they may try to do with that is because these icky people that are all sleeping around with each other, apparently they all have sexual, diseases, STDs that they pass around to each other. While luckily in my situation, the couple that I had, again, where I thought that I was dating them. I'm somebody where I always get STD tests after anybody I would always have sex with in the past. Currently, I have been celibate for just about as long as I've been, no, as long as I've been sober. So 6.5 going on 7 years right now. And this is definitely the longest time I have been celibate. Since I started, since I began having sex, I suppose, long time ago. And so they may try to say, like, you have a certain disease and this and that, to just defamation type of, reasons. And you know what's true and what's not true about yourself. But again, this is a way that they can try to get the herds of people to listen to their lies. And so I just wanted to make a quick little video to recap off of another really important part that you really need to be aware of. So the thing that, if you think that there is somebody that could be scamming you, if you think they're a narcissist, and if you have any gut feelings about it, first things first, they're probably more than likely, you are definitely have cameras and video recording devices all around your home. You want to start researching the fact that they can look like anything. It can be a charger for a phone. It can be a light bulb. It can be an actual socket, where you plug stuff in. They can be anything these days. And there are tools that you can get online to search for these, because they're wireless devices, so they're searchable. And I've had to use them, and they work. That's how I was able to find mine that were inserted into my spaces and in my rooms. And that was the sole purpose of that particular person who came in to date me. Um, Again, people ask like, well, what are they after? This is there's so many different ways that these con men, that these low vibrational karmics can make money off of vulnerable, and I say vulnerable back then, naive back then, innocent, type people. When you're a highly sensitive person and you're too trusting of a person, they just see dollar signs, they don't see your face, they just see a dollar sign there. Your body is one big dollar sign for them, because the options and for how they can make money off you are endless. And so this was just another piece of information that I wanted to provide to the collective, based off of my experience and knowing that I have spoke to others who have also dealt with this. So yeah, if you have questions or comments, I would love for you to put them down in the comments section. And I do hope that, first of all, I hope that this is not happening to anyone, but for those of you that it is, just know that awareness is power. Knowledge is power. And it is something that I've put a lot of research into for myself. I have a lot of hours clocked in about all this and about how to stay above. And, I ended up reading a lot of different books regarding the art of invisibility, so that I could learn how to stay ahead of the hackers, ahead of the con men, ahead of these people that think that they're fucking smarter than everybody else. And in reality, they're not. They're stupid. So I hope that this is helpful for at least one person. And I send you all my safety and protection, as well as so much love and gratitude. Thank you so much for watching.